So we got a minute.
It froze. That was what it was.
You're doing.
Huh? What'd I do? What'd I do?
Oh, it wasn't you, it's me. How can I do this quickly? I guess this would be the fastest way.
I gotta turn my fan off too.
My American Nut dinghy was on.
Your American
so when somebody posts, so
dinghy,
it goes doink.
huh?
When somebody posts. Alrighty. Shall we
Yep, and
get
just
our
one
stream
second.
started?
I still gotta go, I still got to... Hey Chris, how does my sound? I haven't done my music yet. I know, we're not ready. We're working on it. How's the sound?
Where's he talking to you at?
In Facebook. Christopher Brannan, how is the sound on my end? Am I still louder than he is, or am I lower? Leprechaun dinghy was on. Leprechaun, your dinghy is on. Don't ask me what.
My
dinghy.
what is on?
I don't know. He said Leprechaun dinghy was on.
Dinghies are on?
Oh, it went doing. How do I sound louder than him? Do we sound about equal? I'm gonna go turn
I
my
slit the
fan
sheet.
and
The
stuff
sheet
off.
slit
I'll be
me.
right
Slit was
back.
the sheet that was slit by me.
Dropped my cigarette. I guess Chris ain't gonna tell me if I'm too loud or too low.
I hear you fine. I don't know how I am, but I hear you.
Oh, there he is. Sounds fine. You're always louder. I did turn it down. Turn me down a little bit. Okay. Okay, how's that?
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Because everybody was saying that I was louder than you. Okay, y'all ready for the music?
I'm still trying to find us. Are we live anywhere so I can click all my stuff?
Not even time. Here we go. Oops, wait. Okay.
There we go. Somebody Saturday Beach.
Hello, hello, hello. Now I got my background messed up. Welcome to Ain't You a Peach?
Good evening, everybody. Hi, honey. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm good. It's nice outside.
We got Chris hanging out. Hey, Chris, I finally found the right page. I don't know what page I was on. I kept clicking it, and it's like, wow, there's everybody out. Now I see everybody. Hi.
Hi, Timmy. Timmy's over on YouTube, and Bob Garcia.
Hey, that's a buddy of mine from back home. Hey, Bob.
And
We went to high school together.
let's see what we got.
That's a lot of days ago.
So we got Chris. Where's everybody at? Share, share, share.
Share, share, share. Moves us up the food chain, makes us look better. Where's the share button on here? There's the share button. I have to share. Share via.
Share.
More
So what'd you
options.
do today?
Let's see. What did I do today? Not really a whole lot of nothing. I filled in for Mike Phillip at on American Duck this afternoon. That was great. I had a blast. Of course, I always have fun when I fill in.
Well, it's always
It's
good
it's
music
it's
when you
great.
fill
I
in, too.
mean, there we go. I'm trying to figure out how to push all the share buttons. Hopefully that worked. Did it share? It's posting somewhere. Yay.
There, I'm dancing.
So yeah,
It's a
I did the
dance
show
monkey.
and chit chatted with a bunch of buddies in the chat room, and
I was late,
I was
as usual.
I was going to grill today, but radar kept showing the storms just to the left of me. I mean, it just and they were swirling like it was going to any time. So I figured about the time I go out and get the charcoal lit is when the bottom's going to drop out, and
No, when it
consequently,
always does.
no, it didn't do nothing all day. Hey, Mike, so too. Yeah, it just it's one of those. Had I lit, like I said, had I lighted the charcoal, it would have deluged, rained, and put it out. Seeing as how I didn't, no, it was pretty much sunny most of the day, clouds, but it kept looking like it. It was terrible. Should we do our
the daily
little?
hello? Yes, got to.
Alrighty. Good afternoon, Mojo. Oh, that's right. We're on Ain't You a Peach. I forgot to change my header. How's that for a Freudian slip? I normally have that changed. That's terrible. Oh, my gosh. Good evening, Ain't You Peachers.
Maybe someday, right?
Live TV, gotta love it. Happy Saturday! It's the 235th day with 131 still to go. Today is National Chinese Dumpling Days. Baos. I had to look it up. It's spelled BAO, and I hit the
actually have
pronounce button, and it
pictures.
said bao, and it's
You want me
like, but that's what it's spelled, bao.
Here,
I
hang
always thought
on.
those dumplings were called something else, but nope.
Hang on,
And
I'll show you the pictures of them.
they're a flavorful Chinese dough used to make bozoi or bozoi or bo.
If I can find
It's
them.
also stuffed with savory meats or sweets. Hey, there you go. Pictures. Doesn't that look good? It's basically a meal you can hold in your hand. It's more than a side dish. It's a sandwich. And as we all know and love, sandwiches are good for you. Excuse me.
I think
It's
it kind
also.
of
Go
reminds
ahead.
me of down in South America. I'm not sure exactly where it started or whatever. When I
Okay.
lived in Florida, we had the empanadas. I think that was what they're
Empanadas?
called. Empanadas, yes, and they had like the beef inside, and they were like a biscuit, like crusty and flaky, and
Right.
they were really good. My son loves them.
Ooh,
That's
very
what they
good.
reminded me of, is those, except for the way the top swirls on these.
Well, yeah, these are pinched together. These are like the little steam balls that you get on the buffet lines.
Yes, and they kind of reminded me of the dumplings, because the dumplings
Yeah, dim
look
sum
like that. Yeah,
is what I always used to call them.
right. Okay,
It's
continue
also
on.
Go on, okay, I shall continue, seeing how you insisted. It's also National Pecan Torte Day. As a baker's specialty, torts become the centerpiece of desserts. Torts provide a delicious choice of fillings such as whipped cream, buttercream, mousse, How do they stuff a huge old moose in one of them little, anyway? Jam, fruits, or nuts. Oh, it's from Frisco. The baker often glazes and garnishes the tart once it's cooled, generally made with little to no flour. Torts use ground nuts, ouch, that sounds hurtful, or breadcrumbs along with sugar, eggs, and flavorings. It's also National Tooth Fairy Day. Wow, all kinds of California ones here. This childhood favorite evolved from a group of healthcare fairies during the mid 1920s. From bath fairies to fairy wand tooth whitener, they encouraged kids through a wave of advertisements and health classes. These ads and classes spoke to children about eating their veggies, brushing their teeth, and getting fresh air. In other words, get out in the sunshine. It's good for you. In 1927, Esther Watkins Arnold brought the Tooth Fairy to life in an 8-page playlet. She named the playlet, the Tooth Fairy. Who would have ever thought? It's also Never Bean, that's Bean, like beans and, like a bean counter. Bean Better Day. That's a mouthful. Never Been Better Day. And that today is to enjoy the unconditional love of your furry, fuzzy canine companion. Hopefully not in a, cross the sand kind of way. It's also National Surgical Oncologist Day, and that recognizes the accomplishments of an everlasting surgeon who specializes in abolishing cancer. Surgical oncologists help to both diagnose cancer and cure it through surgery. They may perform a needle biopsy to take a small sample or perform surgery to remove all or parts of the cancerous tissue. Personally, I figured you'd want it all removed, but I mean, if it's between the ears, you probably don't want it all gone. It's also National Be an Angel Day, and that encourages good deeds and kindness to others. By supporting those in need and inspiring others to kindness, we display an act of an angel here on earth. Generally, all generalizations are false. Sounds about true to me. That has been your daily hello. I hope everybody had a fantabulous, fantastic, great, groovy, right on, solid, hardcore Saturday. I know we are we? So far?
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
So, did you get lots of money from the Tooth Fairy?
Well, now that they're all porcelain, yeah, I should. Or plastic, I guess it's the case may be. Back in the day, yeah, I think, as I recall, we used to get like a quarter. But that was, 70s, 60s, 70s. A quarter in them days, damn, you get a whole bag full of penny candy to pull more teeth out with.
Yeah, I think I used to get 50 cents ish, maybe. Although, somewhere around there. I don't remember ever getting any paper bills. Yeah. Well, apparently, this place called Delta Dental, they do a annual original Tooth Fairy poll. And they want to see, I guess, what the difference is in the rates, from what they used to be. Are they going up? Is it going down? So,
right. I would presume everything's going up, but that's just, my presumption.
Well, apparently Tooth Fairy payouts are highest in the West. You usually get $5. And I don't get this.
What?
$5.96 for a tooth, $6.89 for the first tooth, followed by the Northeast at $5.08, $6.31 for the first tooth. The South at $4.50. We're cheap. $4.57. $4.88 for the first tooth, and the Midwest at $4.04. Well, y'all are cheaper than us on the Midwest. $4.04 versus $5.70 for the first tooth. 48% of children save their money, while 48% spend their money. 3% will donate the cash, and 1% will loan their money out.
So the Jewish kids, they loan it out and get interest back. Okay.
Probably. Gotta remember that interest. Timmy, did you ever charge interest?
From the Tooth Fairy. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I guess the union has gotten involved now, seeing how there's a pay scale for how much is paid out hither, thither, and yarn.
Okay, well, I have a picture of a graph.
Of a brat?
A
You mean the
graph.
kid that the tooth came out of?
No, the graph. Like a.
Oh, graph with a G. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said you had a
graph.
picture of a brat.
Trying to get it up.
I love little baby ducks.
I don't know why this one's being a butt nugget. There it goes. Okay, so that is the original Tooth Fairy poll showing 2001. Looks like they were getting around $1.50, and
Goodness.
so we're looking at 20 years. They've gone up to the 3 and 4, or is that thousands? Yeah. Well, 450. I don't know what the 2000s and stuff means. I don't know what this graph means.
Annually, how much they get paid? I don't know.
Maybe, I guess. But nah, but surely they don't lose that many teeth. They have no teeth.
You've got what? 32 altogether, if memory serves right. 32 or
Oh, they'd have to
36?
get
32, I
100.
think.
But they'd have to get $100 a tooth to make $3,200.
And then baby teeth. I don't know how many you get in baby teeth. You'd have to ask Google, how many baby teeth are there? But that seems
Yeah,
like
it
an
seems like
awful
there's
lot of
not
money.
the same amount.
Of course, depending on the union that you go through, I suppose that it could be up to the thousands, depending on the household. I mean, what if you lose your front teeth? You wake up that morning and find a gold card underneath your pillow,
That's true.
or is it one of those American Express black cards?
Well,
You
in
can just go out and order what you want.
In Japan, the rate is $437.93. Europe, Ireland, Spain, and England, they're at 3 liras. I think that's what it is. 3 liras. North America, Canada, and U.S., $4 and $5. South America, Brazil is 17. 12. There's an R next to it. So what's their money? I'm not sure what their money is.
I don't know, the reals. If it's Venezuela, it's in dogs. I think you get paid. You get
that
paid
makes
in
sense,
puppies.
yeah. Gotta eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Central America it's got a weird looking C next to it.
Oh man, with those kind of monies, remember as a kid growing up, your folks would always say, "Oh, I'll smack that teeth right out your head." Hell, you can't afford to do that now. That's what's up now. That's why we got the kids the way we do. They can't afford to have the teeth smacked out of their head because hell, that's some good money.
I just never realized that there was so much invested in
In
that kind
pillow
of thing.
money, I've heard of pillow talk, but yeah, that's a lot of money for being under a pillow.
Well,
That's a whole industry all into itself.
I have a couple of
The Tooth Fairy
Tooth
industry.
Fairy facts. Apparently, no one knows what the Tooth Fairy really looks like. Says there are so many different versions of the Tooth Fairy that exist, from a small, delicately winged fairy to a rough hockey player. There's no single version. The Tooth Fairy.
Now, the
is
hockey player one I haven't seen. I do remember the, what's his name? The Rock Johnson. What's his name?
Dwayne Johnson. The Rock.
Dwayne, that's it. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. Now, I remember him. Yeah. Didn't he play the Tooth Fairy in, I believe it was called Tooth Fairy, wasn't it? Isn't that the name of that?
It might have been. I don't think I've seen that one.
It was a comedy. I do recall him in that character role. And he's like, big burly dude. And yeah, playing the Tooth Fairy. It was pretty funny.
As you said on the Daily Hello, The tooth fairy is a great way to promote good oral hygiene. So,
Correct.
and number three is every culture has its own unique tooth fairy tradition. In Japan, some children throw their bottom teeth into the air and their lower teeth into the ground, so they'll grow straight. Oh, okay. Spanish cultures, they
Okay.
put a tooth under the pillow for a tooth mouse to come. I don't think
Yeah.
I'd be able to sleep if I thought a mouse was going to come up in my bed and take my tooth. Yeah.
The
Yeah, okay.
tooth
So,
mouse. Well, I mean, mice are cute little, think of Tom, you
mm,
know. No, Tom was a cat. Jerry was the mouse.
mm,
That's right.
mm, 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 mm.
Or Pixie and Dixie. They were meese.
So, if you have kids or grandkids or whatever, and, we all do it, we all forget, or just we're just crappy parents. Whatever. Here are 10 reasons to give your kids why the tooth fairy didn't come last night. The dew was just so heavy, her wings got wet and she couldn't fly.
And no, it was the Mountain Dew. She spent too much time in Ireland. There you be.
The tooth fairy was on vacation in Ireland, and the substitute tooth fairy didn't know what she was doing. She couldn't get to your pillow due to your messy room.
Now that one, that
Yeah,
probably would have been me growing up for sure.
exactly. Too much traffic. She'll leave earlier tonight. She was sick. Spreadsheet error. Your tooth project to come out on Friday. Oh, projected to come out on Friday. So she wasn't ready when it came out on Monday. The tooth fairy likes snacks. Leave one out tonight. She'll probably come. Oh, look. She dropped the money on the floor over there. She must have wanted to keep your tooth as a souvenir.
Oh, Jesus.
You probably woke up and scared her away, even if you don't remember doing that. And last but not least, she ran out of money and will be back tonight. She's a tiny fairy, so she can only carry so much.
Oh, Lordy. Well, I guess they could have said, she hadn't been by the ATM yet.
That's true. That would be another one.
Of course,
Oh.
the kid would probably want a debit card. So where's my debit card?
Hey, Mr. Matthew.
Yep, all the way from the sandbox logged in. We got buddies all over the world logged in tonight.
Yeah, we
Yay, everybody.
do.
Um, it kind of reminds me of that guy who had his parking space slickied.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Timmy just posted in the chat. You can't
Do
call
what?
the tooth fairy a fairy anymore. That's not PC. It's called a tooth reparation person.
That
That's a good one, Timmy.
is
Yes,
good.
that's
Uh,
good.
you mean a tooth recovery specialist,
There we go.
not
Yeah,
reparations.
there
Yeah,
we go.
yeah, tooth recovery specialist.
That was
That would be
good.
it. Oh my goodness
Timmy was
gracious!
actually funny tonight. Love you,
And
Timmy.
we didn't even have him on camera.
I know, right?
That's funny.
Oh, me. Mm-mm. Okay.
There's a guy who lived on a small street, and there's only so many parking spots, and him and his old lady have the spot out front, but somebody took it. A man whose parking space was stolen by a neighbor came up with an incredible way to teach them a lesson. Toby Bailey, 49 years old, had grown tired of people parking outside of his house. So when a blue Corsa blocked his drive, he went to extreme measures to get his point across. At first, the dad of 7 attached a note to the windscreen of the car, but when it was still there, a day and a half later, he wrapped the entire car in black cellophane. He's a bricklayer and a handyman, Toby says, I live on a street with 26 houses and only 24 parking spaces. Me and the missus spent about $2,600 putting a drop curb in last year, and clearly signs telling people not to park here, but people still do it all the time. At least 2 or 3 times a week, we get some idiot blocking us in. He explained that when he got home from work one night and saw a car parked there, not only could he not park in his space, but his daughter was also blocked in and she couldn't get out. He said, I wrote a note and stuck it on the windshield telling the owner, move it. I opened a can of beer and sat on the balcony and waited and waited and waited. But nothing happened. The car was still there the next day. So he decided, I'll get revenge. He had just gotten a pallet load of wrap delivered and thought, I got it. The owner came out as soon as that was done. It was a young gal who had just moved in next door. She was very apologetic and said, well, that's pretty funny, and she won't park there again. I don't know why. Toby explained that he likes to get his point across in a funny and harmless way, and he's not doing it to be malicious at all. It only took a few minutes to take the wrap off her car, and it was clean after because, like I said, his wife Amanda and the 4 children that live with him found the stunt hilarious. But this is the first prank Toby has pulled on a person who parked in his spot. Another time, a man parked his car across the driveway and he told me I couldn't park there. He told him that he was a child of God and that he could park where he likes. I told him I'm also a child of God and had the right not to have my driveway blocked. He didn't listen and just walked away. So I used the car jack, hoisted it up, and when he came back, he got in the car and started, of course, couldn't drive anywhere. He had to knock on my door and eventually apologized. When he parked there again, Toby shared a picture of the car on Facebook and received over 100 comments from friends who found his prank quite hilarious and loved to see their faces when he turned up. Priceless, her comment. Laughing out loud. Well done, mate, a third also added. This is just too funny. I can't think of anyone else who would do this. Another said, legend. It's brilliant. I got to admit, if you kept blocking my driveway, the worst thing you could do would be probably fill the car with concrete, but wrapping it up in bubble wrap, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that definitely, that's a good one. I
Shows,
like that.
a little bit of class, a little bit of thought. Hey, I'll get you. Park here all the time, see what happens.
True story. True story. Okay, so everybody that's kind of confused about the Never Been Better Day.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one either.
In recognition of celebration, share the bean love. Fetch up some fun and make a difference like Bean. Apparently, Bean is a make-believe cartoon bear. He has a Facebook page.
Oh, I remember a Mr., but yeah.
Well, actually, he has a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So they are asking people to go over there and show him some love. But anyway, yeah, it's basically to love your pets and take them out.
Right.
Take them on a walk. Let people share your love. Type of thing. But everybody go over to neverbeenbetter.com to learn more about Bean and his many talents.
So Bean is a bear.
No.
This I did not know.
It's a dog. It's a puppy dog. But it's a
Oh,
cartoon.
he's a puppy.
But
He's a puppy dog.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the picture on the thing is a puppy. I think this is Bean. Hang on, let me.
So we have a picture of Bean. Yeah, because it said never been better.
Yeah,
and I always thought of it like, beans, kidney,
Bean.
lima, Great Northern.
So,
a setter.
Yeah, he looks like a little Irish setter. But see, you can even buy like a little, I guess it's a talking, squeezes paw to start a conversation. So you buy one and they'll send one to someone.
Oh.
That's all I got on here. Let's see. About us. Toys that teach giving. Oh, okay. I can get behind something like that.
There you go. Yeah, never been better. So Bean is a actual dog, but they
Mm-hmm.
have a like not Build a Bear, but
They have a little stuffed animal,
a bear that you can send out.
and his name is Bean. Don't know what all he says, but let's see. Maybe it has more information. Oh no.
It's a pretty setter.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
cute dog.
setters are really nice, but they shed a lot.
Yeah.
You get critter glitter all over everything.
Those
Long,
long
long
haired
strands of it.
dogs.
But they're really a smart dog.
Long hair dogs.
Yep. I'm going to get a puppy at some point. I need to get a fence in my yard first. That way it'll have, I
Yeah.
won't have to worry about it escaping.
I'm the same way.
What, you have a fence so you don't escape? They usually
I
call
have
those
a,
prisons,
I
but
have a fence. Part of my backyard is fenced in. That way the
oh,
dogs
for
can
your
go out.
puppies.
Yeah. Even though my big ones learn to jump the back, which is it's a wall made out of train, the wooden, what do they call them things? Now I'm having a brain fart.
Slats?
The
A picket
wood,
fence?
the wood parts. It, well, apparently it was a hill going up, and they cut it, the hill,
Uh-huh.
and then they put the ties, train ties, going
Oh,
across
railroad
it
ties,
to
right.
make like a wall there. But it's tall. I mean, it's probably like 5 foot maybe or so.
Oh.
But yeah, he finally
So they're
figured
stacked
out
up
that he
very
could
tall
jump
then.
up
Yeah,
there.
that's good and sturdy. So
Yeah.
it's holding the hill back behind your house.
Yep, and he figured that he could jump it now. The little
It's
ones
an
I don't have to worry
energetic
about. They
dog.
couldn't jump over it if they needed to.
Well, your dog likes jumping it. Pets. There's all kinds of crazy things going on with. Oh, where did it go? No, that's not the one I was looking for. Where did it go? There it is. Don't you hate when you have a tab and you click on it and it's like, no, that said something else, and you thought you were looking for another thing? So your dog is a athletic critter and can now hurdle the fence. So he's going out for track and field.
Pretty much.
Well, there are other peoples have pets besides dogs. Matter of fact, what's his name? Dapper. Star. Yeah, there's one in jolly old England, I do believe, is where this takes place. And Devon, UK, to be precise. Chumley, Devon, UK. That's a whole mouthful. There is a cute little critter who is known as a Star. And he likes to go down and hang out with his owner, one H. Barry Heyman. And the nice thing about Star, well, he goes down with Barry and has a pint. He chills and hangs with everybody. And it's not just like any old duck comes walking in. He looks good. He wears his bow tie. A duck wearing a bow tie has suffered injuries following a brawl with a dog in a pub in Devon, UK. The dapper duck named Star was enjoying a pint with his owner, Barry Heyman, when Heyman's dog, Murgy, reportedly started the fight. You know how it is. You can't get a couple of people together drinking without somebody throwing down. Star's beak was injured in the brawl, which took place at the old Courthouse Inn. Star pushed his luck too far, and Maggie snapped, splitting Star's bottom beak down the middle. Hyman had told the Valley Gazette they had to take poor Star in. He gave her a start when they promptly stood her back up, and pretty and not nice. We were so scared we would lose Scar. Star was so cute and had that poor busted lip. He had to be rushed to the vets and under anesthetic, which always risky, and it could go either way with ducks and other small animals. Thankfully, our Star is a tough cookie, and it looks like he came out okay. Star is known in the area for regularly enjoying a pint of ale in the end, and always has his bow tie. And like I said, the duck is expected to make a full recovery. There's a picture there, I do believe, of Barry and his duck, Star. You gotta admit, that would kind of trip you out if you're in the bar, having a cold one, and in walks a duck. You've always heard the line, I was in a bar and in walks a duck, the doctor, yeah.
A duck walks into a bar and orders a pint, obviously. Star the duck is a regular at this hostelry in Chumley. His owner discovered his liking for a tasty tipple by accident.
It started off when I was watching rugby on TV, and I had an ale. And next thing I heard a lot of slurping. Looked down and he's helping himself.
Oh, we got 6 townhouses going in.
I don't know why it cuts off.
I don't know.
Very weird. But that's all they had on
I mean,
there.
he's just sucking it right up.
He likes a nail. Hey, I had a...
Of course, I figure PETA will probably have to get involved because they're,
into an alcoholic.
giving the poor little critter alcohol.
I had a Mastiff that you could pour it down on the... Like, we would be outside on my back porch, and you pour some out there, and he just licked it up. He loved it. Loved him some beer.
I've had puppy dogs that were definitely alcoholics. I had one named Cotton, really smart little Pomeranian. My ex-wife had always wanted a Pomeranian, so I found her a Pomeranian. And Cotton was this little cream color Pom. She probably weighed in at about 6, maybe 7 pounds, not real big. But she was a lush. If you were drinking something, she had to drink it too. One night I was drinking squirting tequila, and the ex was drinking, I think, rum and Coke. And, we had a regular 16-ounce glass. Dog came over, slurped up about half of mine, waddled over and slurped up about half of hers. And 30 minutes later, that dog was lying in on its bed with its head hanging over the side going, oh, God, please stop the world. It's spinning. I don't like this anymore. Didn't stop it from drinking, though. That puppy kept on. I told anybody, don't set your drink on the floor. If you do, it's likely to get finished. And that little pup did it. Wasn't a big dog tall, but boy, it could drink.
What would you do if you went to a bar and somebody walked in with a big old gun?
Well, probably have to go home and change my underwear.
Well, here's a video about a man who literally just sat there and ignored him and, lit a cigarette in front of him and everything, just like, I don't see you, sorry.
The South City watering hole that's been in business since before World War II, where Bud Heavy is still cool and pride is king.
Quiet, comfortable living room kind of bar where people just kind of go to get away from their life and be comfortable somewhere where they don't have to kind of deal with stuff.
But Wednesday, they did have to deal with some stuff for only the second time in 83 years that anyone knows of.
Look up over the door and there's some guy there with an awfully big gun.
Someone tried to rob the place.
That was the sketchy thing to me, him being so erratic.
The lone gunman waved what police say was a heavily modified pistol around the room, ordering people on the ground and demanding their money and phones. But when he came to one of the regulars, something unusual happened.
He was a wild card that the guy wasn't expecting.
Not another punk trying to pull a punk move.
Tony Tovar refused to comply.
I'm so tired of people in South City think that they can control people because they want to muscle their way in with firearms or bad attitudes or, some kind of aggression.
People who were there say after that, the robbers settled for the cash drawer and left. No one was hurt. And just about everyone but Tony thinks he's a big reason why.
A lot of us want to be like that. A lot of people want
to stand up to somebody like that. But when a gun is pointed at you, I don't know if any of us would react that way.
I just had a really good feeling that he wasn't out to harm anybody. He just wanted drug money. But it's probably not in your best interest if they have a loaded firearm. I wouldn't suggest that to just anybody.
Would you do it differently?
Absolutely not.
Casey Nolan, 5 on your side.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hang on, buddy. And come in with a modified gun. That wasn't a modified gun. That was a 9mm carbine. That's all that is.
No, it was
That's funny is all get out. Hey, Robert. What's up, brother? We got another body hanging out in the chat room there. I love it when bodies come in. So, yeah, that's funny. It's like, hang on there, punk kid. I'm drinking my beer and having a smoke. I didn't know you could even smoke in bars. That's in St. Louis. I used to live in St. Louis. It looked like it was down around the waterfront area.
I guess it depends
I guess
on
that's
where
what they
you're
call
at.
it, down around Laclede's Landing.
I remember when I was younger, you could, but I want to say.
Well,
like
yeah, when I
10.
first moved here to Kentucky, at the Piggly Wiggly down the street, you could smoke in the grocery store. Talk about freaking out. They had ashtrays at the end of every aisle.
Yeah,
It
you
was
could
like,
smoke in the
holy
hospital.
sugars.
I remember when I was in my 20s, probably 30s, you could smoke. They had ashtrays all over the hospital. I
Right.
mean, you just sit in the waiting room and just, it's crazy. I think you could smoke in the rooms, like certain rooms, but I don't think you were allowed to just walk around the hospital and smoke. You had to be in the waiting room or in a particular room.
Right.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, they used to have ashtrays in the rooms. The only ones that they didn't have were like, if you were hooked up to an iron lung or something, I don't think they'd let you smoke in those
yeah,
rooms.
well, that's true.
But
I think it was like certain people, if you were a smoker, now they'll throw a nicotine patch on you, and you just have to deal with it.
oh, really?
Back then, if you were a smoker and you were in the hospital, you were allowed to smoke, but they had certain rooms, I guess, for the smokers.
Well, I presume just like hotels, I'd like a smoking room, please.
Mm-hmm.
Not one that's on fire, but one that I can smoke in. I wonder if they have that now. I wonder if they have 420 hospitals. Okay, I'd like a smoking room, please.
No.
No,
Like I said,
probably all
they
just
put-
edibles nowadays. Smoking's bad for you.
Well, they put a nicotine patch on you, and if you insist on smoking, you have to be wheeled outside to smoke.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
I know, isn't it?
I don't think I'm. Yeah, I mean, I used to smoke. I haven't haven't smoked tobacco in. Oh, I don't know, 3-5 years, something like that. I think it's 5 years is what my vet said the other day when I was down and saw the doctors. I think that's what they said. Could be. I don't remember. Been a while, but I didn't smoke all that long anyway, so it's a good thing for you.
Hi, Jane.
Jane says I'm a little low sounding. My needle's pegged at 3. I'm sorry. Maybe it's my head. Is that
I'm
better?
just
If I
loud.
look at the mic, is that better, Jane? Hi, Jane. How are you? Let's see. I could. Yay, I got a thumbs up. So I guess I wasn't speaking into the mic. That could be it. She sent the thumbs up. Yeah, you're fine, girl. Oh, so you are. It was me. See how it is? There's a guy, Daryl Lloyd, who got bored because of, COVIDs and all of that, being locked down, not being able to do nothing. So he got a cargo van and decided he'd fix it up. And it says, from the outside, this typical white work van looks just like any other, but inside it hides a big secret. Like many other people during the coronavirus lockdown, furniture maker Daryl Lloyd Witt of Frome, Somerset, so it's across the water on the, in England, took to doing a little do-it-yourself to occupy his time. This 36-year-old has worked as a furniture maker ever since he left school, but being a surfer too, he's always shown an interest in camper vans. especially renovating them. So, with more time on his hands than ever before, Daryl decided to take the plunge and transform his Volkswagen Crafter into a camper van all by himself. Daryl explained that these white vans are perfect for renovating since they're typically used by tradesmen. Not only is it the size perfect for a camper, the structure is also sturdy enough to withstand any work that you want to do to it. The white vans are great size. You can fit everything you need in them, and the fact that they're essentially builders' vans means that they're quite stealthy. Daryl purchased the white van when the lockdown started earlier this year. He got it in April, and designing the ins and outs of the van, strategic planning the interior to ensure all of the features fit perfectly, he began decking out the entire van in wood panels. And instead of following the style of the classic VW camper van, Daryl opted for something a little bit more trendy and modern. And it didn't disappoint, he said. There are so many Volkswagen transporters being used by surfers, you can't tell them apart. There's just no uniqueness to them there, he said. They're very small. They wouldn't be able to live in them or spend 2 weeks in one. I designed this van much more to my taste. Clean lines, cleaner space, look much better in the confined space. And all in all, the project took him 3 months to complete, from completing gutting the van to decking it out and wood furnishing it. But Daryl admitted the hardest part of the project was installing the boiler because it's complicated design. However, it passed its safety check with flying colors. Inside the camper boasts a cozy seating area opposite the modern small kitchen, a boiler that powers a shower and sink, a double bed to the rear of the van. After posting pictures of the refurbed special on social media, Daryl gained thousands of followers overnight, he said. When I look at the photos of the original van with nothing inside, it really hits home what a transformation it has been. On the inside, it's beautiful. It's a home on wheels, and surprisingly, the van was purchased in a flash. A competition company, Dream Cars Giveaway, bought it for $61,000. That's a lick. That's a house. And they're now raffling tickets for $13 a piece. Daryl even bought himself a couple of the entries, for the raffle. Why not?
Yeah,
that would be funny if he won it. It'd be really interested to see who wins it and where it takes them on his travel, he said. I think we even got some pictures, don't we, dear?
Yeah, I think we have a video.
Oh, we have video too?
Yeah, it's a video.
Ooh, love me some video. Video is always good. It fills in for my quiet voice when I don't stick my face down the front of the microphone. Sorry, Jane. And let there be a van.
Oh, that's a nice little shower.
I think that would be cool. That's what I've wanted to do, is take one of those, like tradesman vans. Oh, even has a Jack Russell Terrier in it. Now, this will blow you away. This guy did one hell of a job.
Yeah, it looks like that.
That don't look like no camping van I've ever seen.
Wow.
A shower, a kitchen.
A bed.
Dude, that
What
is
else do you need?
fantastic.
Wow. Too bad Rusty ain't here to see this. This might be one of his new projects.
He can always catch it on video. But yeah, isn't that cool? I mean, he did one heck of a good job decorating that thing out. And that's all wood inside.
That's actually, yeah. That's pretty badass. I like that.
Isn't it though? And I mean, it's got a,
expect
a
all
double
that.
bed.
You wouldn't expect all that room, That's a lot of room in there.
And then the shower is the back of the drive. So you can't go from front to back while you're driving, obviously. You have to, stop and walk around. With a little 2-burner stove. mean, that's not bad at all.
No, not at all. That's crazy. Like I said. That'll be
That's what
Rusty's
Sean
next
needs
project.
to haul those trays. I think if you scroll down on the page, it has some pictures on the inside, doesn't it?
I don't know. I already closed it.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Quick
Well, that
on
was quick and
that.
painless.
You know that. So, what was the today was what was it? Positive. Darn it! What was the name of the day?
Positively Saturday.
No. The one of the
It was
days,
which?
national days about positive
Oh,
positivity or something.
let's see. We did the puppy dogs. We did the tort.
Acts of kindness.
Yeah, Bob says he could live in that sucker. Isn't that a cool van?
Be an Angel Day. That was it. National Be an Angel Day. Okay. So I had.
Yeah, that's where you have it.
Well, I had some 10 ways to celebrate it. So number one
cool.
is to use kind words to spread positivity. So instead of cultivating negativity with complaints or gossip, use words that bring out the best in yourself and others. Number two is forgive someone.
So you shouldn't tell people.
Huh?
So you shouldn't tell people that they're short, fat, and funny looking.
No, not unless you're joking.
Oh, okay.
So number two is forgive someone who has wronged you. I'm a grudge holder. Sorry. Thank the people who make your life better. So it shows on here like you're a mailman, but since the mail doesn't, well, yeah, it did run today. Duh, never mind. Give the gift of patience. Let someone go ahead of you in line at the grocery store, or allow the car stuck in traffic to merge. Stuff like that. Pay it forward.
Oh, I do that all the time. That's just being polite.
I'm not. I'm like, nope, not happening. I've been waiting here longer. I'm mean. Pay it forward.
Oh, I mean, like if I'm in the checkout lane, and I've got
25
things in the basket, and somebody walks up behind me and they've got like 2. It's like, go ahead. By the time you'll be paid and gone before I'm ever done unloading all this crap.
I thought you were talking about the traffic. Yeah, I hate other drivers. I'm not one you want to be on the road with.
Well, I do that too. Especially when I go to Kroger, there's a bank right there as you leave, and people will line up to make the left-hand turn, and they block the bank in all the time. I always stop behind it so people can come in and or out.
There's people that will, knowing that the traffic is backed up at the red light, they'll try to come out on this side where there's no left turn. Yeah.
Right.
It's like I only do that at like 9 o'clock at night when I know there's no traffic. I'm not going to hold people up so I can turn left. Pay it forward. Now I have done that before, where you like pay for someone's meal or something that's behind you or whatnot. I have done that. Pray on behalf of others.
Oh, that's cool.
Be a helping hand in others, like make a donation box or go help a elderly neighbor or give some clothing or something. Put a little love in your friend's inbox. So send a short email or text to your love. You did that this morning. You do it every morning with the daily hello. Donate your talents to a good cause. Sign up to share the gifts that God gave you with others. Volunteer at a nursing home, the children's wing of a hospital, or whatever. Possibilities are endless. Help out our furry, finned, and feathered friends. Be an angel to God's creatures. Hang up a bird feeder or bring supplies, old blanket, litter, pet food to a shelter. And that was it. I won't bother y'all anymore.
Yes, Mississippi says politeness counts. Yes, it does, my dear. It very much does. And usually chivalry rides in the back seat anymore. I open doors for ladies. If they're at the store and they've got a bunch of crap, I'll help them load it in the car. And when you ask, can I help you put those in the car? They look at you like, what, you want to rob me, rape me? It's like, just trying to be chivalrous. Some of us still have manners in the world. We haven't all died out yet.
Melissa,
we might be working
I can't
on it, but it
let them
hasn't quite
go.
happened yet.
I'm too angry. You ought to know that. I'm an angry redhead. I'm an angry redhead. She said I should just let him through. Let him go.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Let's see how much time we have. We have about 8 minutes. You want to do our house story?
6-ish maybe?
You want to do the house?
Yeah. Or we could do the, let's see, we did the duck. Ooh, how about the China Mart? Everybody likes China
The
Mart.
snake? Yeah, we could do the snake. Go ahead.
And we even, is there video on this one? I know there's pictures.
No,
Yeah,
I have pictures.
think there is video too.
I
huh?
have pictures.
A snake. Let's see, scroll back up to the top. Snaking through Walmart aisles has taken on a whole new meaning. On August 7th, employees at the East Side Walmart in Odessa, Texas, discovered a slithering customer, as CBS 7 reported, and that the snake was found in the store while employees were doing a routine walkthrough. And the Odessa Animal Control was called to the store to safely remove the serpent. Walmart employees and the snake remained unharmed. What breed the snake was remained unclear. This is the first time a snake was discovered in a Walmart in Texas. I don't know why, it's Texas. In June 2019, a Marshall, Texas police officer captured a snake in a Walmart parking lot. According to KSLA, Officer Rigby stopped the creature from slithering around the lot after it had prevented a woman from entering her truck. Yeah, that would have been a squashed snake, especially if I'm in a truck. They have 2 doors on them things. The officer noted that the serpent was found to be a rat snake. It looks like the one that they're showing there in the video, that looks like a gopher snake to me. The one that they put in the bucket. Let's see, the month before, another rat snake was found in a shopping cart at the Crossroads, Texas storefront, and that was reported in May of 2019. And that was a fairly large snake, was twisted among the shopping carts and startled the worker at sunset that evening. It jiggled on me before I could read it. I have to scroll back up. There we go. The Northeast Police Department noted in a Facebook post that the serpent shocked the employee collecting the shopping carts, who let out a loud scream across the parking lot. Yeah, I'm afraid it would have been a loud scream and probably a wet spot someplace, or at least a aromatic release, I would presume. Oh, yeah, and there are pictures of it. Yeah, look at that puppy all wrapped up inside the, no.
That one would have probably freaked me out just for the fact that I wasn't expecting it. Now, one going across the ground doesn't bother me. I mean, we used to have a snake a long time ago. It's just if I don't expect it and it's there all of a sudden, yeah, that would freak me out.
Well, yeah, anytime a snake turns up out of the blue, mowing the lawn even, and one goes slithering by, you're likely to jump and go, oh, wait a minute. And then you look down and, oh, okay, that's just a little rat snake. Yeah, Texas, they got rattlers and things there. I mean, we got cottonmouths and water moccasins here, but I'm not going to find them in my yard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be scary. I wouldn't want to find snakes at China Mart, unless you were in the pet section. And I don't think they sell snakes anymore. They used to. I mean, you used to be able to go to Montgomery Ward's and let's see, they had monkeys and all kinds of things, because I remember the little spider monkeys decorating the glass that separated the people from the critters with all kinds of, fluids and leavings. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, that was way back. I mean, Montgomery Ward's has been gone for ever and 10 days. That was a lot of years ago.
So, let's see.
A lot.
We got maybe about 2, maybe 3 minutes. You got anything else you want to throw in, or you want
I don't know. The baby scan, I guess we have pictures of the chickie, right?
Oh, yeah.
We could probably do that one if I can scroll through it fast. A student who posed for an innocent photo holding her new purse above her head, saw chaos ensue after her friends mistook it for a baby scan. And she was getting ready to head out to a buffet, all-you-can-eat buffet for her sister's 30th birthday. And heading out the door, she posted up her brand new picture and shared it and said, "Hey, let's go get drunk." Well, everybody took to social media and gave her 9 kinds of grief. The poor little 19-year-old was forced to delete the post and the image because everybody kept going, "Hey, you're pregnant. You're not supposed to be drinking." And she goes, No. That's just a picture of the person. It reflected the couch looking like that. And everybody gave her grief. So she had to delete it, take it off, and explain to everybody, "No, I'm not really knocked up. I like girls." No, she didn't say she liked girls. It just said that she wasn't knocked up, and that if she did become pregnant, her friends thought that it would be a funny way to let the world know that she was indeed pregnant this time by using the same picture and holding it up. But she got all kinds of grief from the Facebooks and the YouTubes and where everybody posts their stuff. Let's see, people of Messenger, that how old their baby is, whether it's a boy or a girl. She goes, "I'm not even knocked up." Let's see, it went viral. 186,000 likes. And she's been forced to tell all her friends and family, "Nope, I didn't really get pregners." And with the line of "let's get drunk," someone suggested that, I said that when she gets pregnant, you do it. And the bad thing is she only spent like $15 on the purse, and it cost her all of this headache, heartache, and grief.
Well,
it's funny if you ask
we
me.
are at the end of the show.
Oh no, music. Catch us again next week. Same peach time, same peach channel. Night, y'all.